Hey everybody, it's time for another EDC What's in Your Pack video. Last time that we did this, it was in the winter and we were looking at 2-hour hikes where I was using the Ribz front pack. Now that it's getting warmer, my hiking and pack requirements are changing based from 2-hour, full day to multi-day hikes. But I'm finding that I am raiding the packs and putting the same items into the same pack, and I figured, you know what, this is a great opportunity to use my medium-sized Possibles bag made by Leather, and I'll put his link in the description of the video. And basically these are all the small items that you still consider essential and you want to carry with you. And this bodes well because I saw a nice little research piece from out of New Hampshire surveying hikers going into the White Mountains as to what kind of gear that they're bringing in. And they came up with 10 pieces of essential gear items, and we can put it down in the comments whether or not we agree to it. And looking at the list, it's a pretty solid list. But put down in the comments what would be your 10 essential list. But basically what they have here is a map, compass, extra clothes, rain gear, fire starter, flashlight, extra food and water, a knife, a first aid kit, and a whistle. Now obviously from the size of this, I'm not going to fit all 10 items, but I can probably fit maybe 5 to 8 items, which would still be good, still free up some space in my pack. So let's take a look what I put in here, and this is changing a little bit, but basically I didn't want to put anything too heavy, and I'll show you what I was able to put in here. Put in the buff, that's item number 1, and items 2, 3, and 4, a little LED light, whistle, compass, thermometer, and a little clip. This is your survival bracelet, but it's out of 2mm climbing rope, so I have about 12 feet of rope here. I got a fire steel, got a lighter, got a Leatherman Blast multi-tool, so that covers the knife. And what else I got in here? I got some rope, some night eyes buckles, so that's another 6 feet. So I might just leave these 2 pieces here because I already got 12 feet of rope. You know, I don't know if I need these 2 extra bits to free up some space. And finally I got 2 AA batteries, and that's just because when I carry my GPS or DeLorme InReach, I tend to carry AA's. So that's how much space I have in the pack. Now, the reason why I love this Possibles bag is it has that classic look on the outside, but when you flip it around, you have some modern tactical options here. Got a couple of paracord loops here. Also notice that we have some holes here that you can configure it with your TEKLOCK. So I was trying to use the TEKLOCK as much as possible, but I was finding out depending on the pack I was using for the hike, I found that I was flipping the orientation of this TEKLOCK a little too often than I would like it to. So what I decided to do is to use 2 carabiner clips. Now I didn't have matching carabiners, but I did use a climbing carabiner, and this is just a novelty carabiner right here. But what I decided to do here was to use the carabiners and simply clap it onto the outside of the pack, you know, on the straps, or the spacing of this worked very well for your pant belt loop. So you can clip this on instead of clipping onto your belt. So I went out for a couple of hikes and we did our 2-day backcountry excursion. I had this on, and you know what? It worked pretty darn good for what it was. Very easy to clip off at the end of the day. So I think what I'll do here is get another matching orange one here. So that's what I think about this EDC. As usual, put down in the comments what would be your 10 items that you would fit into this Possibles bag. And we'll see you next time. The video comments produced. So I end up lightening the load of the pack a lot for 2 reasons. One, I wanted the extra room in case I needed to put in my gloves, put in my hat if things were starting to get kind of warm, or add in the